On January 27, 2015, in the quiet, upscale de Zal's Winelands Golf Estate in Stellenbosch, South Africa, a chilling phone call shattered the morning peace. The caller was 20-year-old Henry van Breda. His voice was strangely calm as he reported that his family had been attacked by an intruder with an axe. When police and paramedics arrived at 12 Ghost Street, they found a scene of unimaginable horror. Henry's wealthy father, Martin, his mother, Teresa, and his older brother, Rudy, were all dead, having suffered brutal axe wounds. His younger sister, Marley, then 16, was found barely alive, with severe head injuries and a severed jugular vein. Henry himself had only superficial injuries, a few scratches and a stab wound that investigators would later describe as self-inflicted. From the very beginning, Henry's story raised eyebrows. He claimed an intruder, wearing a balaclava and gloves, had broken into their home, attacked his family, and then fled. But several things didn't add up. Why was the family's expensive dog, Sasha, unharmed and not barking? Why was there no sign of forced entry into the highly secure estate? And why did Henry wait nearly 3 hours after the attacks to call for help? During his phone call to emergency services, Henry's demeanor was puzzling. He seemed unemotional, even providing directions with unnerving clarity while his family lay dying around him. This lack of urgency became a key point for the prosecution. Furthermore, a wealth of forensic evidence began to point away from an external attacker and directly toward Henry. The murder weapon, an axe, belonged to the family. A similar knife, also from the family's kitchen, was found and believed to have been used to inflict Henry's own minor wounds. Crucially, no foreign DNA was found at the crime scene. All the DNA belonged to the members of the Van Breda family. The blood spatter patterns told a story. The patterns on Henry's pajamas and socks suggested he was present and moving around during the attacks, not a passive victim. The motive remained a subject of speculation. Rumors swirled about a family argument over Henry's alleged drug use and lack of ambition, suggesting a heated confrontation escalated into uncontrollable violence. Prosecutors argued that Henry, possibly under the influence, had snapped and murdered his family in a fit of rage before attempting to stage a botched robbery. Marley, the only other survivor, suffered from retrograde amnesia due to her severe injuries. She remembered nothing about the night of the attack, leaving Henry as the sole witness. Her recovery was miraculous, but her inability to testify meant she couldn't confirm or deny her brother's account. The nation was captivated by her story, sending messages of support, while her brother's guilt was fiercely debated. The trial began in April 2017 and gripped South Africa. Henry pleaded not guilty, sticking to his intruder story. He claimed he fought the attacker and was knocked unconscious, only waking up hours later. However, the prosecution systematically dismantled his testimony, highlighting the inconsistencies and the mountain of physical evidence against him. They painted a picture of a calculated killer who had meticulously planned the crime and his cover story. In May 2018, after a lengthy and highly publicized trial, Judge Siraj Desai delivered his verdict. He found Henry van Breda guilty on all counts. 3 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder for the attack on Marley, and 1 count of obstructing justice for staging the crime scene. Desai described the attacks as cold, callous, and brutal, and noted the lack of remorse shown by Henry throughout the trial. In June 2018, Henry was sentenced to 3 life sentences for the murders, 15 years for the attempted murder of his sister, and 12 months for obstructing justice. He maintains his innocence to this day, but for the court and much of the public, the case is closed. The tragedy of the Van Breda family serves as a dark reminder that sometimes, the most terrifying monsters are not strangers lurking in the shadows, but can be found much closer to home. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into fascinating cases. We'll see you next time.